Hello, Hofstra fans. Welcome back to the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm PJ Potter, here with the head coach of the Hofstra baseball team, John Russo. Coach, how's everything going?
Good, PJ. Thanks for having me.
Just 3 of the 5 games scheduled last week were played. The one win coming against LIU Post, a 3-1 score. Browdkowski and Vito, they compiled 6 of the team's 7 hits in that game. What were they doing, or what were they seeing that the rest of the team wasn't?
You know, Brad and Vito are arguably our 2 best hitters going right now. Brad's been hot ever since the beginning of the College of Charleston series, and I thought he had a good time swinging the bat on Wednesday against him. Vito's been hot. He's quietly had a really good last 8 games and really settled into the 4-hole there and given us a good presence. And I think he's hitting with power. He had a big double there in the 9th inning down the right field line, and I don't know. They're just confidence right now. I think confidence is a big thing with hitting, and both of them seem to have a lot of it. We need to get 2 or 3 more guys like them going.
And then the next 2 games were against nationally ranked St. John's, a 4-1 and 14-3 loss. Just how tough of a team were they to play?
Obviously we knew a lot about St. John's coming into the weekend, but we've played a lot of good teams this year. LSU, Louisiana, Lafayette, different teams, Troy. And I thought St. John's was as good a team, if not the best team we've seen so far this year. Really impressed with their young arms that they threw on the mound to start the weekend, and then their offensive lineup 1 through 9, and even the guys that pinched hit off the bench, just gave you incredible at bats. And I think it was something like 20 plus foul balls off of Teddy Silas on Saturday, and that just wears down a pitcher and wears down a staff.
Chris Weitz, he continues to dominate out of the bullpen. His scoreless inning streak is now at 19 2/3 with 21 strikeouts over that span. Now, just how confident are you in holding the opposition when you signal to bring him into the game?
We've always had confidence in Chris his whole career, and I think it's neat for everybody to get to see the evolution of Chris as a pitcher right now. And he's done different roles, and he's done whatever we've asked. I mean, he's the consummate best teammate you could have at Hofstra. And from freshman year to catching opening day when he's never caught before in his career, to playing third base, to playing second base, to closing games, to becoming a starter, to now he's relieving to help out a thin bullpen right now. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Chris Weitz gets everything he deserves, and there's not a guy or a teammate that we can all root harder for than when Chris Weitz gets into the game.
Someone else who made an appearance out of the bullpen, John Rooney. He came in game 2, a position he hasn't been in a while. Tough outing, 7 runs over that 1 inning that he did throw. Do you think him not having his pre-start routine had anything to affect how he did?
It's a tough call. I mean, you're right. He has started a majority of his career last year early on. He relieved and stuff, and it's just the way the weekend worked out with getting a rained-out game. So, we had to get him in for his innings, and, you put him there into the, 5th inning, you bring him in, or 6th inning, you bring him in, and you think, hey, he can get 3-4 innings of work and still build on his pitch count. And, so he obviously didn't have his best stuff, and it wasn't the performance all of us would have thought and stuff. And listen, we just got to move forward and move on from it. I think John has to have a short memory on that one.
Back on the offensive end, Stephen Foster, he put together 4 hits in the shortened series. What did you think of his weekend and overall on the season?
Stephen's had a great year. I think he really felt the a little bit, it took a lot of blame for the Charleston series where he didn't hit the greatest series, and he had a game against Post that I thought he started to swing the bat a lot better. He had 2 line drive outs and didn't get to show for it, and he got a little frustrated, and we talked a little bit after that game about showing less emotion, just having good at bats. And I thought he played really well Saturday and Sunday, and as good as their pitching was, I thought Stephen was just as good, and swung the bat great this weekend. I mean, we think Stephen's a good leader, a good table setter at the top of our lineup. He plays the right way. He does stuff the right way. He always plays hard, and I'm really proud of Stephen so far this year.
Your team has LIU Brooklyn today, a last-second add-on to the schedule. How prepared do you feel that you guys are for today?
Today's a lot more worried about Hofstra, I think, than about LIU Brooklyn. I mean, on paper, we know they took 2 or 3 from Seton Hall this past weekend, so they're coming in hot. But they've lost games midweek, just like everybody else in the Northeast. So they just want to play baseball, and I'm really appreciative of their coach. setting it up last minute to be able to come to play here because we've been away so much. And, I really appreciate the administration staff at Hofstra for, helping us with last minute to be able to play this weekend. I mean, it's a big effort by a lot of people to pull off one game, and, people think it's as easy as a phone call, and it's not. And, so getting something like this is great for the kids, but, a lot of hard work done behind the scenes by a lot of people I'm very appreciative for.
Back into conference play this weekend against Towson here at Hofstra. What adjustments do you think need to be made looking at last week to pick up some wins this weekend?
One thing we need to do for sure is pick it up offensively. We have to put a game together offensively that we can hang our hat on, and I think it'll help the pitching staff. It'll help the team. I feel like the offense knows it. One of the things I was most excited about on Sunday's game was that the offense showed some continuity for the first time. It showed some functionality. It showed some, we didn't get many hits, but yet we scored 3 runs. And, before we get a lot of hits and not score any runs, and runs have value. And so, I think that the offense is really right there on the brink of clicking, and, it'd be a nice time for a 3-game home series at home for it to happen.
He's head coach of the Hofstra baseball team, John Russo. Thank you for your time. Good luck today, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, PJ.